All right, so 7:42 in this morning. This one is exciting. We want to lift off on this adventure because it is National Aviation Day. Did you know one of the oldest ways humans took to the skies was with the hot air balloon? Local business Rainbow Riders is on a mission to help keep this historic and super cool form of flight soaring very high. This morning, we're thrilled to be joined live by pilot Kyle Laxton, who is ready to share his love for the skies and all of things ballooning. Kyle, we're so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. I have to tell you, nothing makes waking up so early to catch the sunrise okay. Like when I look into the horizon and start to see the balloons going up here around the valley. It's just the coolest thing.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I got to tell you, it's one of the only things you really want to do wake up that early for. It's better than waking up for work or school or the gym. I mean, there's nothing better than waking up early for a sunrise balloon flight.
Very true. And so, Kyle, I want to ask you to tell us how it all works. We see them in the sky, but can you give us the science behind hot air ballooning?
As far as the science goes, it's quite simple, actually. It's that classic concept we learned back in second, third grade, hot air rises. Basically, us as hot air balloon pilots, we add heat into what we would call an envelope, which is above the basket. And we intermittently add heat throughout the flight. That's what keeps us aloft and ultimately allows us to operate at different altitudes, catch different wind directions, and take us to a nice landing spot, to keep everybody, smooth, soft, and safe.
Yeah, there you go. That's the name of the game, right, Kyle? Appreciate that. And I want to ask you also about Rainbow Riders. You have this hot air balloon experience where you kind of take off and then you land. I mean, well, tell me about it. Tell us more about this experience.
As far as the flights go, we do sunrise flights all year round here in Phoenix. We offer sunset tours for half of the year, November through about middle of March, when the temperatures aren't quite, 100 million degrees outside, like you guys just got done with your weather report. Flights are anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour. We fly out there in the northwest part of the valley here, outside of Surprise. We do a little champagne toast afterwards, celebrate the tradition of ballooning, which has been done since the first flight, with people aboard, and kind of just keep that tradition alive.
I mean, I think this is so cool, and I know a lot of people will end up booking it for those romantic nights out, maybe something special like an engagement plan, which I know you guys, will be happy to help with. That's really cool. I'm curious, this is not something I've ever done, even though it's on my bucket list for sure, but you're a pilot of this. How did you even get into it?
That's the million-dollar question right there. I applied to an ad, about 13 years ago to be ground crew. And ground crew, long story short for them, they're like the nuts and bolts of the whole operation. They're chasing you while you're in the air, setting your balloon up, catering to the passengers, and just making sure everything runs pretty smoothly. And then me as a pilot, I started getting into the pilot part of the game probably a couple of years after I was ground crewing. And one thing led to another, and started back east, and now I'm out here pretending to be a cowboy and, flying with Rainbow Riders.
Well, you picked the right place to do that, right? This is the Wild West, and we're happy to have you here. So then I have to ask you, and it doesn't have to be Arizona, although we have some amazing views. Is there any one spot that you love, hot air ballooning over? Is there just any one view that you're like, gosh, this never gets old?
Well, I would say any time in a balloon is that answer right there. I mean, you could fly over anything in a balloon. It's just something about it. It's serene, it's majestic, it's basically flying in the air in a convertible. You know what I'm saying? You fly over anything and it's going to be beautiful. But I would say probably, between the 4 locations that we offer, Sonoran Desert is almost next to none to fly over. It only touches a few states and a country, so you don't get it anywhere else. You got the saguaro cactus. We have Park City, Utah, where, we're flying in the Heber Valley, which is just more green than you could ever believe. You got the mountains in the background. Colorado Springs, you have Pikes Peak. The planes are coming right up to Pikes Peak, Garden of the Gods. And we have Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is the balloon capital of the world. I mean, it's just, I would say all 4 locations. You're going to put me on the spot here, but they're all great. You know what I mean? There's not one I would say is better than the other. Just depends what you want to fly over.
Yeah, it just depends on the mood, right? Absolutely. Well, I so appreciate you being here with us this morning. Pilot Kyle Laxton here with Rainbow Riders. If we're interested in booking, where can we go?
The easiest way would be rainbowriders.com. That's riders with a Y, R-Y-D-E-R-S. Or just give us a buzz. We have folks in the office. They're willing to answer any kind of questions, put you at ease. But yeah, rainbowriders.com or call the 800 number and we'll take good care of you.
I love that. Kyle, thank you so much. We see half the balloon up there behind you. We'll let you take off here and enjoy National Aviation Day. Have a good one. All right, want to let you know tickets are on sale for Scottsdale's Spooktacular Hot Air Balloon Festival this fall. Can you tell we love hot air balloons here in Arizona? So get in on the action. I want to show you some video. This is from last year, and look how cool this was. This is what you can expect at the 13th annual event, and kids can trick or treat at over 20 hot air balloons. They are tethered to the ground, so don't worry. Thousands of pounds of candy as well will be handed out every day this is going on, and there will be costume contests with a $100 prize for the winner. The event will run October 24th through the 26th, so just a couple days to get in there, and tickets do start at just $22.